Whoever wins the role, who do you think they're gonna pick, first player or second player?
Are you recording already?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, Welcome to the game. I don't know. The statistics for this tournament show that first player is slightly advantaged,
Yeah.
but I would personally still pick second player.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
heavily depends on the matchup if the first player is gonna, and also the random roll. I I don't know why, but I have a feeling like the random roll uh, affects a lot of like decision making and the banning phase.
mhm. So let's do a quick introduction for those who will watch this later. This is a, let's say, lower bracket semifinals, basically, of our tournament. The winner of this game will go on to face um, a loser of the upper bracket finals or semifinal, or upper bracket finals, basically.
Yeah.
And then the winner of that game will go to the grand finals together with the winner of the upper bracket finals. So we are down to our last four players in the tournament.
Yeah.
Both are very good players. Igor, if I remember correctly, check, reached quite a high spot last tournament.
Yeah, I think so. He also he has beaten me in both tournaments. I don't know if
Hmm.
that's a achievement, but he seems to be my nemesis.
Okay, and I guess you can talk more about Wappe. You know him well.
Yeah, so me and Wappe has played a lot of games. I feel like the difference between Igor and Wappe, Igor being the blue player here, is that uh, Wappe tends to play more experimental and take advantage of openings, whilst Igor is more like slow, methodical player.
So last tournament, Igor reached winner bracket semi-finals where he was beaten by Alex, and then he lost to Faro in basically the same matchup he is now, so loser bracket semifinals.
Hmm.
Um, and then so basically this is the highest spot. This is the spot where he dropped out last tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Wappe if Wappe has reached this far.
I think so in earlier tournaments. I'm just gonna
No.
say uh, Necrons was the random race now, and then
Mhm.
Wappe added Orcs, and Igor added Imperial Guard, which is to
Uh,
be expected, I would say, since Igor is first player. He wants lesser big options, whilst the
who
second player.
who won the Olaf?
I think it was Igor. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to rewind and watch that. So I'm sorry I missed that.
Okay.
I think this is smart adding Space Marine because it's a good counter to Necrons in my opinion, and also Orcs from Wappe.
Hmm.
And Igor added Eldar. Yeah, it's kind of what I expected, how it would look. So Wappe added a strong race in form of orcs, but then he also added an anti-race to orcs and necrons in Space Marines,
Hmm.
so he can counter it, giving him more options. And Igor added a weak race in Imperial Guard, or from my perspective, a weak race, and then Eldar for him to be able to pick Eldar. And if I know Igor right, I think he would want Eldar.
Hmm. Yeah, Eldar as first player is good.
Did Wappe ban Necrons?
Indeed.
I didn't expect him to do that actually. That's interesting.
Eldar and Orcs are both very strong. Space Marines are a very strong first player race.
Mm-hmm. So a ban of
Okay,
orcs from Igor, and he seems to be wanting to pick Eldar.
so we'll have Eldar versus Space Marines,
Yeah,
which is, I think, quite good for Igor.
yeah. I think it favors Igor. It kind of depends though, because he's first player, and Eldar is kind of. It can be a slippery slope if they are first player, depending on how the map setup goes, and if Space Marines can
Mhm.
put a lot of pressure towards the Eldar, it can be very hard for Eldar to defend, especially if he puts pressure on the home world with like a strong land force with a land bridge.
Mhm. So planets are Igor has 130 and 121. And Wappe has 2-1 and 1-1 with good resource tokens.
Yeah.
It's somewhat Igor favored.
Yes. But I would say uh, Space Marines having access to a very good domination
Yes,
system is
yes.
is very strong for them.
It's important for them to have a 2 cash token system available, agreed.
Yeah, exactly. And now he has the ability to spawn 2 cash tokens with 1 dominate and upgrade a unit if he
Mhm.
puts it um, with um, like in a good position.
In 2-player games, almost everyone, the Space Marine, takes the side with the reinforcements for many battles and battling often, but
Yeah.
then you don't have good resource management in that case.
Yes. I would expect Wappe to try to put up the dominate system so it threatens the first tile, and then he's gonna try to put his home system next to Eldar's home system. If I were Eldar, I would try to put my home system last and put both of the other systems on each side of the map. So I would guarantee my home system to be safe, because I think if he gets pressured on his home system, he's gonna have a bad time. But we'll see.
Agreed. This is an interesting move, though. The 3 planet
Yeah,
was put on first,
he has
and
he
and
hasn't
the
passed yet, so but he's thinking about it. And obviously
this-
he can't reinforce the 3 planet because it's a death planet, a 1 skull planet, and
Mhm.
then he can't dominate in a unit there.
This is some good mind games by Igor here,
Yeah.
putting the opponent off balance. This is not a standard start in any way.
I mean, he kind of he hasn't passed yet though. But not having a ship, I would say, is pretty dangerous, because if Wappe puts up pressure with his dominate system now, and
Mhm.
using a strike cruiser to have the dominate system safe, that
You
might,
can just bombard
yeah, he can bombard,
the
he can attack. That's it's he's gonna have options then, a lot of big options, and then if Igor doesn't do what I said and put his home system last, he can then put up pressure towards Eldar's home system, and then he's
as
gonna have
well.
a very
Yes,
bad time.
and
Yeah,
then you cannot defend both. Agreed.
exactly.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Igor hasn't gotten this far without having a plan. So,
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he's very good at trapping during map setup. That's uh,
hmm.
that's something I've noticed that he
Okay, you
does.
have experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I rewatched my oldest tournament game against him, not this year but last year, and I
Mhm,
realized I managed to handle his trap very well, but I wasn't as good of a player as I am now. But
mhm,
I noticed he had very good mind games in his map setup. I just managed to like outmaneuver them, in my opinion.
mhm,
But uh, he's very good at putting his opponent with a conundrum, like two bad
mhm.
choices.
Off balance. Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
understood. And this is very important. It's when your opponent comes in with a plan. If you can force your opponent off balance, I mean, gain strategic initiative, then then that will help you in the long term.
yeah,
Keep the opponent reacting, and then you have a better chance of winning, even if you make small mistakes or dice are not on your side.
yeah. And as we can see now, Wappe is doing exactly what I was talking about. But the interesting part and mind games about this is if Igor then puts his other system, not his home system, next to this dominate system and threaten it, that can be a
Mhm.
problem for Wappe. And I think that's why he's doing what he's doing now. He's adding a unit.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy. This
Yeah.
is heavy investment from Wappe.
I think what he's trying to do is make Igor think twice about connecting to that system. He wants Igor to do the standard lineup, being his home system on the left side if you
Mm.
look it from Wappe's perspective or towards the battle zone.
Mhm. Pretty interesting. Hmm.
I would say if Igor does the standard setup, he's gonna have a bad time, but we'll see. Maybe Wappe overcommitted on this dominate system, or maybe Wappe is going for the long game. That's also one of the mind games. Like if Igor believes Wappe will put a second pressure and Wappe goes for the long game, that can be beneficial for Wappe depending on how Igor puts his map tiles. Yeah, he doesn't want to connect so it becomes a long setup on that side because then Wappe can just move in with all his units. It's gonna be interesting to see him figure this out.
On an average roll in um, in 1v1 ship battles with one card upgrade, does Eldar have a strong advantage, or is it equalish in ship battles?
Uh, in a ship battle with what did you say? One upgrade each?
Let's say one upgrade each, yeah.
I would say depends on what is happening. If Eldar attacks Space Marine and they have reinforcement and they also have hold the line card, I think it's called hold the line. Then I think the favor is in the Space Marines side
Okay.
because reinforcements on the Eldar side doesn't add as much value, and it's gonna be easy for the Space Marine just to defend. Uh,
Mhm.
or
Mm-hmm.
because you obviously get less shield tokens, if the Eldar player goes with Fire Dragon's Vengeance.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what we have is, but it's still it's the ship here that Igor placed is able to threaten the connection point or the connection
Yes.
ship. So it's not smooth sailing. So this was good placement. His Igor's home is still untouched, and his placement can help save or help defend his three material planet.
And his home system is now basically safe, unless he does
Yeah.
something really stupid. Because if Wappe places in the middle, Igor can place wherever he wants, and he can place a home system next to one of his systems, and it's going to be safe.
Mhm.
And if he places somewhere else that isn't in between the two Eldar systems, then Igor will obviously take between the Eldar systems and save his home system like that. I think this kind of angular setup is really strong with the likes of Eldar and also Tyranids, for example.
Mhm. Agreed.
And you can see like Wappe hesitating and thinking about it is very good for Igor, because that means he managed to make a, like I said before, a conundrum for Wappe to solve.
Mhm.
If Wappe just places somewhere, that's not a good sign. The thing is here, Wappe could go for a long game setup. I'm not sure.
Where would he place for a long game set? Ah, okay.
I would say he would place his home system connecting to the two material with the objective.
Mhm. Yeah,
And then
that
the
could work.
Eldar will be in the middle.
That could work. Yeah,
Uh,
and then you are forcing a center point where the battles will happen,
yeah,
and just out tech your opponent.
yes.
Or, yeah, that could work with Space Marines. Yeah.
Yeah, because Space Marines are very, like, they're hard to get rid of. They're the cockroaches of Forbidden Stars. So if you manage to dig in somewhere, it's, yeah, in general a hard time to get them away from there.
I'm gonna open a beer because we opened our bad jokes count with one here.
Yes, yes. I should go get. I have both whiskey and rum. I was at the store yesterday, so I should get one of those later. It can be good for the flu also. At least that's what I'm justifying it with.
Mhm.
The thing here is Wappe could also place a threat towards the first Eldar tile, creating a conundrum for Eldar if he wants to place his home system in between the two of Wappe systems, or if he wants to play
Mhm.
safe, and then Wappe will have also a safe home system. And a safe home system for Space Marine can be actually very strong.
Yes.
If they come to late game, at least to tier 2, I would say they have a good chance against Eldar. Uh,
Almost anyone,
yeah,
or basically anyone. Yeah. This is an interesting placement. So
yeah,
it's if Wappa now leaves the system here, then there will be an objective, and then Igor will have to choose whether to put this objective under pressure from his home. But if he does, then the Space Marine home will threaten both of his
yeah,
objectives. And if he defends, then it will be a long game, which as we said, might even favor the Space Marines a bit.
yeah, exactly. in general,
So yeah,
I don't know why, but in general I like to have like my home system between my systems if I can, because that opens up a lot of options in the order placement. If you
mm,
can't block my home system and I can produce and walk out of there, that can be a bad time. But in this case, that would also give Eldar a safe home system. And if he does what he did now Eldar has a safe home system that Wappe can't block. Or he does.
mhm.
Yeah, he could do that.
So basically now the Eldar chooses if he wants to be aggressive. This would be this would be an aggressive placement. This would be the safer placement. Oh, is he going aggressive? No, this is a safe. This is
This
the
is the
safe one.
safe
Yeah,
one.
this
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
safe
yeah.
one. Yeah.
So in this case, if he places here, he's gonna have an advantage at least early game because of his two other systems are next to his home system. So Wappe can't place orders in Eldar's home system, which means he can
Yeah,
do a lot
which is
of
good.
he can do a lot of other stuff with the order placement that Wappe won't
Hmm.
be able to do because of the
Hmm.
risk of being blocked from
Hmm.
Eldar.
As the resident aggressive player, I do not condone this kind of action, but
Yeah,
it it might be smart. It basically boils now down to uh, Igor needs to be aggressive and does not may not allow Wappe to tech up and get his things rolling.
yeah. I'm not sure, but I feel like I would have wanted Wappe's second tile to be next to Eldar's first tile, Igor's first tile with the 3 planet, and then he could even have made a land bridge, but with the
Hmm.
two towards the top, so towards Igor, towards Eldar,
Hmm.
and then Eldar has to choose if he wants to try to contest by being in between Wappe's systems, or and also give Wappe a chance to threaten the two material planet with the objective. And I would think he would do what he's doing now, place it down here, and then Wappe would have a safe home system in the top right or towards Igor. So I'm not sure if this was like the best setup, but then again, I am out of the tournament and Wappe is not. So
um, I'm if Igor leaves his home here, I do think that there is some a sort of positional advantage to Wappe
yeah,
due to the fact that Wappe can threaten both Igor's objectives currently, and Igor cannot threaten Wappe's second,
mm-hmm.
which I don't think is a good sign, because what it basically does is it will create a attritional warfare in the two middle tiles, and
Yeah,
attritional warfare is Wappe's or Space Marines strong suit.
yeah, exactly. Ooh, I don't know about putting a void like that. Uh, I don't like when you.
Yeah, it basically gives the Eldar a chance to strike
Yes,
in and just block it, and then you're stuck in your home.
exactly.
Yeah,
I would much rather
so
have land bridges. Uh, but then again, maybe he's trying to trick him in to going for that, and by doing that, maybe protecting his middle spaceship. So he's basically like saying, "Oh, look what you have over here to go for," and he can always block it
mhm.
since he's second player with a build.
Let's see how that plays out for him.
Yes, but I agree with you. This like Wappe has a strong defense on the objective that is in the middle, and at the same time the other objective is safe, and it will produce money. So that's very good for him, I would say.
This was an interesting block. Yeah.
Yes. So he doesn't want Eldar to move down into the middle, is what I'm thinking, and Eldar counters that with I don't want you to move into the middle either, is what he's saying.
Mhm.
And then I'm guessing he wants to threaten the strike cruiser with his Hellbore frigate, like the Eldar player wants to do that.
Yeah, but he's first player, so he's it is I don't know. I'm so basically if you leave the Space Marine system open connected, then sure, Space Marines can build before you move your frigate in,
Yes.
but it will force the Space Marines to build two ships, which in a way is a victory already.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of leaving that void. I would have liked to see like big planets with the skulls connected, just
Mm.
having like a land bridge. Because what I feel, basically, if you would have done that, there's like a Pangea, if you want to call it that, or an entire
Mm.
world in the middle, and the the two the two systems closest to Wappe, so his home system and his other objective system, and that would make it hard for Eldar to attack, and Eldar would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets, and Wappe would probably be able to control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planets. So, and then it's up to Eldar to amass a fleet and go into
Mm.
Wappe's systems.
Who do you give an advantage to, and
At the
how large,
moment,
if any,
at the moment
based
now,
on map placement? Yeah,
I would say mm, 55 or 60 to Wappe.
and reasons.
Because he is going to be able to build up and tech up, which I feel will favor him in the middle game, and it's going to be hard for Eldar to pressure Wappe, and also he basically has a safe dominate system in the middle at the moment. Sure, Eldar can do bombardments and stuff, but he's gonna be able to dominate there, and he will get a stronger force when dominating also, and he will get 2 cash tokens, so it will be very strong
Mhm.
for him.
I agree with you. I put it also somewhere around 60% to Space Marines, um, due to Space Marines can put pressure on the Eldar, and the Eldar currently cannot put any pressure on the Space Marines.
Yeah.
And so yes, the Space Marines can build up and reach tier 2 cards very easily.
Now I would expect a build in Wappe's own system, a
Yeah.
strategize, and then maybe 2 dominates even in the middle. And from Igor, maybe double dominate.
I think he'll still try to attack.
If
Even
Eldar or Space Marine?
yeah, the number 3 planet,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Space Marine.
Just
Just
dominate and then attack.
yeah, but maybe just a bombardment. You even need to move
Yeah.
the troops in. Just deny Eldar material and deny Eldar space, because the Eldar plays the move here in the
Yeah.
3 planet system.
If Eldar doesn't like, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
This is strategize, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
So dominate, build in Eldar home,
So
move to 3 planet,
yes.
strategize, build in Space Marine home, strategize in 2 planet,
So
and
for viewers, basically why Riston is thinking this is a move in on the 3 planet is because this is a very common strategy for first players to do, to deny the value. And the Space Marine, if he just moves a unit, Eldar will be able to build and then move in and take back the 3 planet. If Space Marine moves a ship and bombards, Eldar will still be able to build a ship and then make a ship bridge on this side towards the Eldar and move in and take the 3 planet if he's bombarded off. So he's basically securing a retake, or he's trying to secure a retake rather.
you can't lose your 3 material planet first turn.
No.
You are in that case playing from behind
Yes.
pretty hard.
And even worse, it's gonna give Space Marines a
Yeah.
connection towards that island, if you will, of 2 planets, and that's gonna be a very bad time for Eldar. So basically, what Wappe is thinking about is if he wants to go for that attack, or if he wants
Mhm.
to maybe double dominate to build up.
For more resources,
Yes,
yeah,
because he has the ability here to produce 4 cash tokens, so he can be very
basically.
very rich, and that's probably what he's gonna do.
Do you agree with this decision?
Uh, it kind of depends. I would say I agree with it because it's a wasted move on Igor's part, if it is a move, and I'm pretty sure or not
It is,
wasted, but
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on a grand scale, as we were talking um, about Wappe basically wanting to build up as fast as possible at tech, it is the correct move. I of course do not agree with it. I am of the mindset that you need to put pressure on the enemy at
Yes,
all times, at every possible moment. But it's probably the right move.
yeah. So 2 ships from Eldar, like we said, and then yeah, the city. Interestingly enough, he doesn't move any of his units because he doesn't have to, because Wappe didn't threaten an attack or something. And he
And he
also has to
left.
move. Sorry,
Mhm.
what did you say?
He left 3 material, so it's only
Yeah, strategize.
one strategize. Yeah.
And Wappe will take 2 cash, which I think is a good thing. I'm surprised he didn't dominate the other one, the other scout. But
Do you move your ships? No, he doesn't. He puts it on top the
strategize.
stack
So he gets
for an
to
extra power.
strategize. Yeah.
Yeah. Eldar deck is probably the best event deck in the game. So it's not a big loss
No.
for Igor. You can get some pretty insane stuff in there. So does he build 1 ship or 2 ships? He builds 2 ships. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's gonna strategize and get hold the line, I would think.
Yeah.
Now he's
Pretty
thinking,
safe. Pretty standard.
yeah, very standard from both players. And like I said, I understand like you want to be aggressive, but at the same time I feel like he gained a lot of value from this. So let's see, he's strategizing.
Wraith Guard
Wraith
Advance
Guard
is what
advance,
we had. Mhm.
and he gets to draw 2 cards.
And Wappe takes. No one is surprised. Hold the line. Yeah. Mhm.
Eldar has.
Quick round one. Both sides built up, and we will have clashes this turn.
Yeah. Now, depending on if Space Marine draws a good event card, that might be hard for Eldar. But like you said, Eldar has very thick.
Ooh, free city. Well, one material city. This is the ideal draw
Early.
on round
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. It will give Eldar attack advantage.
Which he really
And
needs because what we were talking
yes,
about before, if Space Marine gets two cities, Eldar will
yeah,
be in a bit of
yeah,
trouble.
yeah, yeah. This is very good. And he places Bob
Objekta.
next to his three material planet
Yeah.
on the objective.
Yeah.
It's the only safe spot,
Yeah, and
which is also
also
a. Mhm.
it will be like friendly, so he can dominate units there and everything. So it's
Mhm.
a very good planet to have it on.
Oh
Oh,
no, ooh,
oh, this is
that
a
is
bit
brave.
risky. Yeah,
I
that's
do, I don't like that.
no, I don't like that either. And apparently Igor doesn't like it either.
So what do we have? Uh, yeah, this is pretty
This
good.
is
It's
for early. It's very.
yeah.
Um,
Or he can do material. Or yeah, which would you take?
he is
Yeah,
first player.
but this round is gonna be mainly ship because I would still enforcement.
Yeah, I
You,
think
you,
I.
probably, you probably won't reach the wait. How does the can he block off Eldar? No, he didn't. It was already moved. Yeah, yeah, probably enforcement.
Yeah. So now we can see what we were talking earlier during setup. This is if you look at Eldar's home system, he is safe, so Wappe can't
Yeah,
place anything on the Eldar home system. Meanwhile, Eldar can cover Wappe's home system, and he is also second player, so he can place his last token, for
mhm.
example, in a block where he wants it to be. So
So
more pressure on Space Marines now.
crazy idea. Shoot me down or tell me it's a good idea. Dominate build on Eldar home system and build a big ship and take air dominance in the middle tile.
Yeah, I think that's a very good suggestion. And then also basically make Wappe have to fight over the four planet. So he has to choose if he wants to try to go
Yeah.
for the ships or try to take the planet. Because basically, what I would think of if I were Eldar is I want a buffered zone towards. I want a buffered zone between my home system and Space Marine's home system because I'm first player next round. So I would want to make Space Marines fight for every inch of this middle ground here.
Mhm. As Space Marines, do you attack? Um, do you feint or do you full attack or you do not against the three material planet Eldar?
Hmm. I'm kind of leaning towards like where Wappe placed his order token now. He could go strategize and then a build there because it's safe from Eldar. He could build a city and then strategize
Mhm.
and go for the tanks and try to secure
Mhm.
the land bridge. So basically going for the four skull planet in the middle. I feel like
Mhm.
that's a good goal to go for because he also has a threat set up from the other middle tile, the Space Marines tile.
Seems to be built strategize.
And he can obviously do this because Eldar can't block him there, so he's totally free to do this.
So Eldar have probably built Dominate.
Yep. The a bit of the tricky part here is that Space Marines Met 2 material in their home system is covered by a Space Marine and not a Scout, and ideally he would like to bring the Space Marine with him if he's gonna fight over the trash planet, the four skull planet in the middle. But we'll see. Oh, he's putting pressure towards the 3. That's
I agree with this. I absolutely agree with this.
How would I handle this? I would probably put a strategize over that as Eldar and then put an attack in the middle.
Yep.
Or do I
Agreed.
put
But then, strategize only delays it.
yeah, maybe a build, but a Bastion is gonna be.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not a bad idea, actually.
I mean a build that's gonna be. It's still gonna be hard, maybe even an attack. If he dominates a unit to the city and then makes an attack and swaps out a unit, maybe that would help. But I feel like Wappe is in a very strong position here because he can take his middle units and go for the 3 planet, and he also has reinforcements. So he's basically safe in this attack. He's gonna win this attack. It's my prediction, at least. There's nothing Eldar can do about it.
Agreed. Yeah, the pressure is definitely correct because now, so yeah, it's if it's a strategize to block the attack and then attack on the Space Marine ship by the one Eldar ship, then it leaves the Eldar stranded in the middle tile between the 2 homes for next turn.
Yeah.
Eldar, if I were the Eldar, I would want to get my forces out into that middle tile and occupy it.
If I
Well, as
were
much as
Eldar now, I think I would put an advance on my middle tile and then an advance on Space Marine's middle tile and try to go for the ship fight, but I'm not sure that's gonna work out for him. Because if Space Marines put then an advance in Eldar's middle tile, that's gonna be rough.
That's gonna be rough, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. It is a conundrum. You might be correct that okay. We'll have a double move. We'll have a large shipbuilding in Eldar Home
Yeah.
and double move towards
And this
Space Marines.
yeah. And this is the problem like we were talking about with doing this setup with the void there. If there wasn't
Yeah.
a void there, this wouldn't be a problem, basically. There would
So
be
Igor,
obviously other problems, like him being able to move in a different way, but he wouldn't be able to cut off Space Marines like he's trying to do now.
so Igor is sacrificing his 3 material planet and going for the throat of the Space Marines.
Yeah.
It's an aggressive play. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is how the game is supposed to be played. Stomp on your opponent's face every moment you can. If it works out, that's a different question.
Yeah, it makes for a very exciting game at least. So for people that hasn't figured it out, what Ristan is saying is that Eldar is basically going to try to build up a large air force, and then he's gonna try to deny Space Marines his void in his home system, and then blocking all his spaceports, taking control over the map basically. And since there are no land bridges, like we talked about in the setup, he can do this. So it's a big threat towards Space Marines.
It's also a question of Space Marines only have 1 ship available. Ooh, double move for city and that's pretty good. No, isn't he missing 1 tile?
he got so excited. He's like, we're doing it, boys."
He just can't hide it.
Okay.
Oh, this is actually. Oh,
Oh,
it's not.
he's going for the two material planet.
He's going
Oh,
for. Okay,
yeah. And
that's different. I would have built a. I would have built a. What's it called? A factory here, just in case,
yeah,
as Space Marines.
because break the line. I mean, he doesn't have a tank at the moment. So what did he get? Yeah,
What did you get? Sorry.
he got the wave serpent card.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Okay.
Wappe is buying.
Oh, I missed this. Yeah.
Because he has 3 reinforcements, so going for Crusade as an order upgrade. Oh, did he go for classic set?
Unconventional, but not bad.
Yeah.
So no air dominance. Just does it take everything? It probably takes.
I think I would move, or would I save a ship? Because Wappe isn't going to move his middle ship, most likely. He will
Yeah,
he will keep it there. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
and he
yeah.
only has 1 ship, so he has no ability to traverse the 2 voids. So I think I would bring the last Hellbore frigate to the middle also, if I were Eldar here.
I have a feeling that this exchange favors Wappe.
Yeah, I also have a feeling that it's gonna favor him. Because he's gonna go up in material even if Eldar manages to take this 2 planets.
And if he loses a city as well, then good. So we have a first battle.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yes, maybe. No.
I was thinking about it.
So if he can, so basically, what is the Space Marine unit? If he doesn't route the Space Marine unit, then things are very bad.
Yeah.
If he can route it, then he has a chance at defending his objective and city.
He doesn't have a Wraith Guard though, so he's gonna have to
I mean,
shoot
I mean,
hard.
he does have he does, if he can get the, which does damage and allows him to repeat, I don't remember what the name is, then
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Advance, but
Mhm,
and he
mhm,
doesn't.
mhm.
This favors Wappe a lot. This fight.
Agreed. Okay, rate
So yeah,
equal, one reinforcement.
keep in mind that Space Marines have 2 more reinforcements and Eldar has 0. So in that way,
Yeah,
it's uh, people tend to overlook that, but it favors Space Marines. Not only is he having more reinforcements, his reinforcements is more value than Eldar as
yeah.
reinforcements are for Eldar. Oh, and Igor disconnected, so let's just wait for him. His His game couldn't handle this aggression. He's just like, nope, I'm out of here.
So what does Igor gain with this land attack to the 2 planet?
Uh, I'm not
Because next,
sure. I'm not sure he's gonna go for the land attack, but I would think he would. And the only thing he's gaining is if he manages to kill the Space Marine, I would say. If he doesn't
uh,
manage to kill the Space Marine, it's gonna
okay,
be.
alternative thought. This is not a land attack. This is just to move the Falcon and Wraith Guard for to get the objective next turn, and it will be a double ship against double ship.
Yeah, but in that case, I would say why not bring the third
Third
Hellboar
ship.
frigate to the
Yeah,
middle?
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
think he should have done that um, always because it gives him more options. He can attack with 3 ships against 2, or he can take the land battle. But I'm not sure, like 3 Hellboar frigates against 2 strike cruisers and 2 reinforcements. I'm not sure he's gonna win that. I'd
Yeah,
say
no,
it would
okay,
favor
okay.
Eldar, but not super strong. It's not like a
Yeah, I see.
guaranteed battle.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know what Igor is planning. Wappe's plan is very simple and quite effective.
Wappe is basically saying, "Oh, you're coming at me. I'll just take your stuff in your house while you are attacking my house." He's
Mhm.
trading, and because of Eldar having traversed the entire map to trade, he gets less out of it. So proximity is favoring Wappe in this case.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go get something to drink. Oh, Igor is back. I'll be right back.
Mhm. So this is a delaying battle for Eldar. Eldar needs to do as much damage as possible while retaining his own forces. Trying to survive with the uh, small dude, and he does have a card for that, at least one, if not two. Um, can't remember what the other tier 2 card. But basically, yeah, he wants to build up a defense for next. So what do we have? Basically, just guns and
And I'm back.
shields.
So both going for defense.
Hmm.
Wappe is just riding his morale train here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Very reasonable.
Yeah. And I mean, Eldar has 1 HP, and the Space Marines has 5 HP in total. So
Okay, I know what he's doing. Look at the waves. Look at that and look at Space Marines home tile.
what did you say? What should I look at?
I look at Wave Serpent secondary ability
Ah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
Space
yeah.
Marine home system.
Yeah, he's going for the factory.
Yeah, so basically his Igor is going to the Space Marine here with Falcon and something else. Hope to draw the card, which is a 70% chance of getting one, and then take the Eldar,
The Space
the
Marine.
Space Marine
Yeah.
factory, which would be worth it.
So yeah, and the Space Marine isn't routed, so that turned out well for Wappe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's good. That's actually reasonable.
yeah, that's very good. Yeah, so I guess he will bring the Falcon, the Wraith Guard, and 1 Aspect Warrior.
Yeah, just to get maximum dice.
Yeah, I would say
Because
that.
you need a
Yeah,
you need a morale die as well.
I would get the Wraith Guard also, just to be able to proc the advance and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, this.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think you should bring that.
Igor, don't be,
Don't.
don't be like this.
Oh.
Don't do this to yourself.
If you do this, you let Lady Fortune have her
Yeah,
whims. She's gonna take
yeah.
away the cards. She will
Oh,
she will roll only morale for you. It's
yeah.
gonna be
No,
bad.
you need a morale.
Yeah.
She will roll no morale.
Yeah, no morale. All defense.
I mean, I understand the dilemma. You want to keep the Wraith Guard to set objective next turn,
Yes.
which is all fair.
But I think
But this is your battle plan. Take the Space Marine factory.
yes.
If you don't do this, yeah, good choice, Igor.
Yes. I would have done this too. And they should have had the Hellbore frigate. I still think in the middle. So yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Uh,
Does he get one morale? He gets one morale. Does he draw one of the cards, which is all he needs?
I like that he moved the bolter that was on his side, not on Wappe's side. That's cute.
If this works, then this is very clever because it took so long to
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. And this is basically a perfect roll if he has the
Yeah.
If he has the card now, this is gonna be very good for him. Because he has pressure in the damage, so and Wappe doesn't have any card that can remove the morale dice.
Yeah, you got it. What do you move? Do you move the Wraith Guard or do you move the Aswad?
I think I would move the Wraith Guard actually.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
the Wraith Guard.
Because there will be a counter attack next turn.
Yeah.
With whatever is left. This was very smart.
Yeah.
This is worth losing the objective city.
Yeah.
And if he friend placed a factory, it wouldn't be bad. Currently, he has no good spot to place a factory.
Mm-hmm. I think you should bring the Wraith Guard, Igor, to the factory.
Telepathic signal.
It has worked before.
It has, absolutely.
I have no proof of it, but it has worked.
I mean, we live in a galaxy faith, so.
I remember one game I recorded and I was like, do this, do this, do this, and the guy finally did it. And I was like, yay!
So very, very good. This was a smart move.
Yeah. Keep in mind that it's always easier for us just watching to see these kinds of stuff compared to when you're playing because you have other things like 100 things on your mind.
Yeah, and this now is the reason. This is basically called Eldar bullshit in game terms. Eldar can do these kind of and there are so many things that you have to follow, and it's very hard to block all of them.
Yeah. Luckily for Wappe, at least if he managed to survive, he can retreat because he still has a path. Because sometimes it can be very brutal if you manage to do this wave serpent and cut off the retreat path. You also kill all the units.
Yeah.
I would imagine Wappe just going full defense and Eldar Igor going full attack. Oh no, interesting. Oh, take your dice. Yeah. And then you roll it. Yay. Okay.
Maze Malt is asking what happened with the damage. I got 2 damage so everything is correct.
What did you say? He had
Uh,
wave serpent shields, right? So Wappe did no
yeah,
damage. Yeah.
this was very smart, very well played, and
Yeah.
as the outcome, the Space Marine died as well. And now it comes down to
Also, the
does
Space
the attack?
Marine up here is routed, or
Yeah,
so that's a hard blow.
Space Marines need to get this battle, otherwise they are in a back foot very strongly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. This is no. Ooh, this is suddenly a very hard. Do you so as the Space Marine? What do you bring on the attack? Do you even attack?
Oh, that's hard to tell. Would I attack? Hmm.
I would attack from the one planet with
Yeah.
bring the reinforcement, because I would build a factory at the objective planet next turn,
Yeah.
because you are not counter-attacking this factory anymore.
Yeah. Exactly. But
You
you can convert the city to a factory, for example, stuff like that.
yeah, which one? The one which you just built where you should have built the factory anyway,
Yeah.
or the one next to the enemy large force? I don't know. I think I just built the one in the middle, a new one.
Yeah.
And yeah, very hard. Very hard.
It's very good for Eldar because he denies Space Marine from building Land Raiders. And if Space Marine manages to build Land Raiders and have them in a good position, it's gonna be big trouble for Eldar. Mm. But now Eldar is putting so much pressure, like you were saying before, on Space Marine, so
Mhm.
he's not giving Space Marine the ability to get to that point.
I mean, imagining the Wappe, the average um, movie villain effective, I'm doing very well, everything's going fine, and suddenly, how did this happen?
Yeah,
How am
exactly.
I suddenly in the back foot?
He puts it on strategize.
He doesn't attack.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. That is. It might be the correct choice. I don't agree with it, but it might be the correct choice.
Yeah, maybe considering his second player next turn, but yeah.
Mhm. Okay, he can get 3 material, which is probably what I would take
He would have
for a
liked
double.
free Space Marine, I would say.
Yes, and he could counterattack.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine, like, if he didn't place his home system with the Void the way he did,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wouldn't have had to put so much
yeah,
resources into fighting in the
yeah.
Void.
Double ships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Igor basically said, okay, you're doing that. I will go for fighting on the ground instead.
yeah. Agreed. I agree with you. It was not a replacement, and I got capitalized very well.
And in hindsight, maybe put a advance in Igor's middle Because if he moves in, then you can at least counterattack it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, hindsight is always 2020, so you can't
It's
really go off that.
he didn't see the move basically. It's he
Yeah,
was thinking the same way that okay, you're either going to attack my two planet, which is fair, I don't care, or you're going to attack my ships, and I might even win. So
yes.
go ahead. So it's average Eldar bullshit.
And then Eldar says, I have a move on this combat card, buddy, and I will
Yeah.
use it.
So this was a good feint, a good misdirection, and a jab and a punch. So
Yeah.
all props to Igor for pulling this off.
Yeah, and
I
basically
would I would
he,
have fallen for it.
yeah, and he's getting it more in the bag because his home system is safe. So yet again, back to the setup.
Yeah,
It's his
yeah,
home system being safe and him being able to do that.
agreed, agreed. And now Wappe has to somehow pull it back. He needs a
Yeah,
factory. Um, the only spot I can see for a factory Elder objective.
yeah.
Oh, and he didn't take. But why though? Does he want? Does he really want an order up? Oh,
Maybe
for
to strategize. Yeah,
yeah, to turn the yeah to turn a city into a factory,
yeah.
but which one?
I would say the top one next to the three planets.
Which so
The one with the three planet, he's gonna put an advance on top, and then a strategize under that.
also turn the Eldar city.
Yeah, he might do that. We'll see. Uh,
A lot, a
it
lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts.
Yeah, exactly. Because Eldar hasn't drawn his card yet and everything. So
Yeah, so this is what we expected. This is the order that allows you Space Marines to change one building to another.
yeah,
Um, I'm when you're behind. Okay, you need to. Oh yeah,
uh,
this is the best card I'll get right now.
Eldar is getting very good event cards.
Yeah.
But
Oh, he
his
didn't have anything. He didn't have anything.
oh, he
He
didn't strategize. Yeah, that's true. Or
No, he did have
he
it. No,
did.
no, he did. He
He
did. He did.
did.
He did.
He
He
got the
did. He
wave
bought
serpent.
the.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he forgot himself as well.
yeah.
So now you cannot do this. Now you cannot go for the Elder City and
No.
you will build it into a factory. Now you need to build a factory somewhere else, which means that this was, I don't know, I think it was a wasted event. It wasn't the correct event because you also paid for it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I understand the concept that behind risks, but this the risks still have to be, you know, calculated and realistic. And
yeah,
sometimes just playing slow and you can still play slow and play safe because the middle planet with the elder objective wasn't under immediate threat, so he could double build there and get the new economy going and still be able to threaten the city. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't feel it's very good. Let's see.
Do you think this is a build or an advance? Because he has outmaneuver now.
I
So
think it's an advance.
yeah, I also think it's an advance.
He doesn't need to. He
Waste.
just needs to
Yeah,
take the city, and he doesn't need to. Basically, those two ships there are locked in, and they are not in of use at the moment.
yeah,
The
exactly.
Space Marine. So it's even good that they are there.
Yeah,
So just
because
leave.
yeah, He can't produce any ships anywhere else, etc.
Yeah.
And for him to threaten the Eldar home system, he needs two ships to traverse the two voids. So Eldar is in a very strong position at the moment. Eldar basically needs to just bog down Space Marines while building up himself, taking up, and he should be able to win out in round 4 or 5, maybe 5. I would say 5, 6.
It depends very much on how they do this turn.
Yeah.
It's if Wappe can claw something back, if he needs to get the initiative, he needs to put pressure, build up and put a bit of pressure, or at least put a spot where he can pressure strongly next turn. Otherwise, it's just going to be eaten up
Yeah.
bit by bit.
And because of the last round's movements, now there's no tile that is safe for any player. So now you can't just place something in a safe space. Everything is, you're able to block everything.
If I were Wappe, I would double build in that tile with Eldar objective in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and put the move on the city with the Space Marine token. And one double build, dominate double.
Yeah, I would imagine Eldar putting build in his home system, but we'll see.
Probably a build might be another into the system with the Space Marine on the 3 planet.
Because he can
Sure.
even build and dominate and put like move units with the dominate. I don't think he will. I think he will use his outmaneuver to secure this round and then.
Do you want to use the Outmaneuver this turn? Because this is such a cool scheme to keep.
Yeah,
And
most likely not.
you're ahead anyway.
Yes.
It's, I mean, I would just keep, this is the perfect scheme, because your opponent has, if you have it, the opponent has to think all
Play
the
around
time
it.
you
Yeah.
can do it. And they outmaneuvered, exactly, yeah. Um, so basically, when I'm winning, I would use this scheme only if it guarantees me the game.
Yeah.
It's such a mind game, keeping the opponent off balance. So basically, it's like the threat. You don't have to use them.
Mm. Yeah, I remember I was playing with Wappe and we were talking about the Tyrannid upgrade that allows you to build when you attack with ships. And how
Mm.
strong it is, because if you just have it, you threaten other players with that action, and they have to take that to account every time, because you have an order upgrade that says I can bombard and then I can produce a threat with a lot of
Mm.
units. And then all of a sudden you have to take that into account everywhere. And this is the same thing, outmaneuver or mob up. You have to take into account that you can do shenanigans with this.
Mm. What is this? Strategize?
Mm.
Okay, he realized the Sixth Army Panzer Army
Yeah.
saved Berlin because it doesn't exist anymore. Yep, kids don't allow your opponent to pick Eldar in 1v1.
Yeah. I actually lost with Eldar against Igor when he played Tyranids. So
What was he playing?
if Tyranids.
Okay.
So if you are facing Dominus, let him pick Eldar.
Okay, this was so. I don't understand what happened right now.
I think. So he put an attack there. Igor has a build and an advance, I would guess, to counter that. Is Wappe gonna put another, like a build in the middle, and he's gonna double build? Maybe.
But what was the thing that what did Wappe put in his home system? Oh well, his former home system.
Maybe I strategize. But why would you?
Yeah, that doesn't have resources. He needs
Just to turn
he needs resources.
the city into a bastion? No.
Oh, okay. Into what? Into a bastion, basically, to
Yeah, maybe. I'm not
to
sure.
deny the third city to them. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
but still,
maybe. But
yeah,
yeah.
it would basically be to get the outmaneuver out of play
Yeah, exactly.
because
To bait
that
the outmaneuver.
yeah. Is it worth at this point? I don't know. Do
Uh,
the Eldar three cards actually give you anything of
because
such advantage? I
uh,
don't think so.
if I were Wappe, Igor has a build in his home system, I would say. He has an
Yeah.
advance at the 3 planet system, and then he has an advance and maybe a build at the moment. Yeah, in Wappe's home system. So, and Wappe has an advance in the 3 system, a build or a dominate even in the middle. And then do you have like a strategize?
Dominate just one build and dominate would
Yeah,
be okay because you're not on the immediate threat. It's so hard. Mm.
yeah, this is very hard. Do you think Eldar has an advance in the bottom and an attack or an deploy on top? That's what I think.
I don't think he needs a deploy. It might be a strategize.
Now he's going for double build, I would say.
Double build or build dominate.
Yeah,
One
or
of the
build
two,
dominate.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see. I don't think Eldar would deploy in. I don't think he needs a deploy in homeworld. I think it's a strategize or a dominate.
he used. Oh, he's thinking about it. No, he's not.
No. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay, and advance. So is that a dominate in the bottom? Is it that? Was it that
Or a
clear?
strategize.
Yeah. Wappe has a
Yeah.
reinforcement.
I don't think the reinforcements. I think they will call in after this one.
Yeah. They don't want to get cut down by the Eldar. And down he goes, and now he has 3 cities, and then he can strategize, like you said, if he wants to.
Yeah, but I don't think you even want the tier three
But
Eldar.
I think the Eldar in his home system is a build, so I would.
Yes.
Yeah, and Wappe is building a factory, so double build maybe.
Good choice, Wappe. Good placement.
And then a build in Eldar home system, like we said. So
Mm-hmm. So one ship, probably one wave serpent.
a Wraith card and Aspect Warrior. If he has a Dominate, he will have 2. Yeah, that would be good.
If he has to dominate, he can bring in he can bring in the so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then he will get 2 reinforcements, and he will bring in the Falcon.
That's probably it then.
So we are speculating that Eldar has a Dominate in Space Marine's home system, so he will get 2 reinforcements, and then he will move his Falcon to Eldar's home system, and then he will advance with all of them up to the 5 Skull planet.
Yeah.
And yes, I would not go for so many ships. I think this is better. Or would I? I would actually go for another ship, so I can block the 2 voids. I think this is a mistake. I should go for
I would go for ships as well.
Yeah. Remove the Aspect Warrior, Igor. It's not working. These are not the droids you're looking for. Clearly, I am not a Jedi. Yeah, double dominate. Build, I mean deploy. So, what will
Space Marine, I guess. I think the Dominate might have even better.
Yeah.
I was talking about double build earlier, but his resources are not. I mean, it would have been double build would have been very good if I had taken 3 resources from the event.
A Dominate, he could have gotten 2 cash or 1 cash and 1 reinforcement, upgraded the scout into the
exactly, and upgrade the scout as well.
Yeah.
So this is as some people say, inefficient.
Yeah, not as efficient as it could have been.
And now we have an attack.
And now he couldn't dominate, which, yeah. I guess this works anyways.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wappe do have a reinforcement.
Do you agree with the ship placement here that they go back? Okay, yeah, I understand. He wanted it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is good, Igor. Good. We are thinking on the same wavelength.
Yeah, this is better.
Just to block the Space Marine ship. Well, okay.
But why, Igor? Is it just so he can protect his factory? But I mean, the Space Marine doesn't have ships in proximity, so he doesn't have to be. Okay.
I don't know.
What's happening?
What happened?
Somebody clicked end battle. What? Oh, he brought. It counted on another Aspect Warrior. Yeah.
Okay.
And Wappe needs to win this.
Wappe needs to win this. Let's hope if Wappe loses this, things are not too bad.
Might be able to win on.
He might be able to win. Yeah. Oh, I know why he did. Why he put the ships in the battle, because then if he loses, he can retreat into
the what?
Because one of his Aspect Warriors came from.
Aha, yeah. Just hit sort, Igor. There you go. He will have to route one of his units. He's gonna. I think he should turn those into guns. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Full aggression.
Yes.
And the Space Marines have to route.
For you who doesn't know, Risten when playing this game is basically like the bad guy in the new Star Wars movies when they're firing at the rebel base and he's just going more, more. That's Tristan when we play this game. Just shoot everything.
It is true.
And he wins a lot with that strategy, so can recommend 10 out of 10. And 1 damage goes through.
No, he gets a new. Oh yeah, he got.
But he might have hold the line so he can bring that guy back up.
And if he brings that guy back up, he will win. Okay, full damage.
Didn't he? Isn't he supposed to have 2 routed units? But
Uh, he did, and then
oh, and then he used hold the line
yeah,
to stand back up. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, very good. Wappe wins, and we still have a game.
Yeah, this is good for us, the audience.
This is good for us, absolutely. And this is now the power of Space Marine defense game.
Like
in
we
Sea.
said, they are the cockroaches of Forbidden Stars. They
Yeah.
are hard to get rid of. And in hindsight, maybe bring another aspect warrior into that battle. I don't know. Because even if you lose, it's gonna be like this, and yeah, you're gonna get counterattacked. It's better to just fight for that planet, I guess.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You still are at such a this now. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, what is Wappe thinking about? He should attack. He should not strategize down here or whatever he has, because
He should not, because then
he will dominate and there will be a Void Falcon there. So
yeah, exactly. So good call from Wappe.
yeah.
Probably attack with both Space Marine
And Scout.
From the factory planet. Yeah, just to make sure.
Bring the Scout to the 3 and bring 2 of the
Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Marines onto
That's. I mean, I don't know if that's actually the right call, because the Eldar can now play a long game and just bombard your 3.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Okay, on the other hand, yeah, no. Space Marines are hold the line when attacking. So yes, I agree with you. Double Space Marine attack.
Double Space Marine, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring the Scout from the objective in the middle to the 3, and then the 2 Space Marines from the factory and the 3 into the 5 Skull planet. Because he needs to gamble here a bit and try to keep this dominate system in the middle. If he is not able to dominate with efficiency there, it's gonna be trouble.
Irrespective, I think what this
what did you say? It cut out. You think?
Irrespective of how it goes, I think strategic operation is playing very well this round.
Yeah.
Order placement and taking initiative and the block here. If it's a block or if it's a move to bombard, by the way, Wappe is playing from behind very well.
Yeah. He's doing the right things, what he's needing to do, and he's making Igor work for it. Which again is very fun for us as the audience. You should definitely bring the other Space Marine.
He should definitely bring the other Space Marine.
Yes. No time to be greedy, and with a bit of luck, you might even get a Storm there. So. Or no, he won't, because Eldar is first player. Never mind. So that means Eldar can pick which Storm to move first.
Yeah.
It's gonna be open. The middle one.
Wappe doesn't need to defend his. He's not He can always no. Actually, yeah. I mean, he might not. No. Okay, so I understand what Eldar has outmaneuver. He
Yeah,
is not guaranteed to get in the second build or the build in before the second
yeah,
move.
exactly.
And this is the power outmaneuver. Basically, the point is that he could easily bring the Space Marine for next turn, because next turn, even if Eldar wants to attack this, it would be two movements. One to get
Yeah,
troops here to the uh, large factory planet, and then second move to get to the factory, and then you can put the build in between here. You can get the build off without maneuver. Yeah, more difficult. But it's
yeah,
again, this is the part where I still agree. It's a question of he's been behind his risk.
yeah,
It's fair. I think this is still a good. This is the risking from behind part, which I agree with absolutely.
yeah.
Because if he doesn't take the planet, then he's in a much worse spot. Not even because he needs the city. He doesn't actually need the city that much.
I'm not
It's more.
super
It's
sup.
more.
Yeah, sorry. What did you say?
It's more a question of placement, counter attacks. Because
Yeah,
his three material planet will be safer, and he can still have resources for a game.
yeah,
If he doesn't win this battle, then his three resource planet will be hit next turn definitely, and he will just be choked out. No chance of coming back.
yep. I was gonna say I'm not surprised that Wappe is good playing uh, when he's in an unfavorable position because I played a lot of games against him, and I would say that's one of his good strengths, being able to strike out from underneath and do a comeback.
He is also the resident Space Marine champion, which
Yes,
we forgot to mention.
yes,
Probably the best Space Marine player in the game.
yes,
So if there's anyone who knows Space Marines in and out from a bad spot with them, it is him. So do not count him out at all.
nope,
When I played him in the last, not the last tournament, but the one before that,
yes,
upper bracket quarterfinals, then I was just playing to get the first pick, and I did, and I picked Space Marines just so he wouldn't get them. And
yeah,
he got Eldar, and I managed to win. But I was so afraid of his Space Marines that even though I don't like the faction, I picked it.
yeah. Obviously, some players are better than others with different factions. Like I mentioned before, me with Eldar, I'm not very good with Eldar. Basically because a lot of times when I play, people tend to ban Eldar for a good reason, so I don't play them as much. Same with Orcs, because people tend to ban Orcs also. And this is a strategized, okay. So just, yeah. And it was a dominate, so now he can move a unit if he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Which he should.
Yep. Look at us calling the orders. Mom, get the camera.
Very good, very good. We still have a game on.
Yes.
Space Marines got a token,
Mm-hmm.
a victory point, but it's 7 material to 8, so Space Marines are not in a terrible spot. It's 2 cities to do cities.
Yes. And
Uh,
remember, depending on how the warp storms turn out now, at the
yes.
moment, if you look at the 3 planet material, there's a lot of units that could go to the middle to defend for Wappe. But now he's probably gonna get blocked with the storm. Yep. But then again,
Mhm.
then Wappe could counter block that. So he could If Wappe gets a storm that moves so it blocks off the middle, that would be very good.
He needs to block, basically, yes, because this is Eldar can do a one turn um,
Take
take
everything
effect.
because they have outmaneuver.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't. You don't need that. You need one, two ships, one
Yeah,
aspect
yeah,
warrior.
yeah.
Bonk bonk. So this was basically uh, again one of Wappe's questions last turn, but I still.
Oh,
Um,
no, that was in the middle, yes. I think he should do that storm movement. Mm, I would definitely do that and hope that Wappe
yeah,
can't counter that. I
yeah,
think
agreed,
I think it was a good call. He has
agreed.
8, so fire prism. Oh,
Mm,
I'm not sure. He's basically saying, "Oh,
um,
I don't want the middle to be blocked as long as it's not blocked." So he's letting Wappe. Yeah,
yeah. No, I would. Yeah, I understand the point. I don't. Again, as with you, but there is a
he's
the,
basically Eldar is saying, "I don't want there to be any chance of me being blocked off from there." So that's why he did that.
which is a question of as Eldar, you're ahead. Do you need to play this risky?
Yeah.
I don't think you need to. It's turn four.
Yes.
You still have a few turns to shape the battlefield before you go for your decisive punch. So even though Eldar are behind on objective, no, it's
Eldar
not
is
even.
behind.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Eldar is behind. It's still on a game state wise. Eldar is ahead.
Yes.
So
Basically, they
mainly
have
because
traded, so Space Marines managed to get the little island with the 3 material from Eldar, but Eldar now has a grip of the home system, which is a favorable trade for Eldar.
another thing, I think that a mistake Igor was teleport the Falcon here into the home system. He should have teleported the Falcon into the planet in the middle.
Yes, I agree. So he can just
So
move the 2 ships and go in
yeah,
with the Aspect Warrior
and,
and the Falcon.
it's even you can just you can keep the aspect of the planet for the resources and take the factory with the Falcon or do both.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's always the question of think one turn ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, it's if Eldar start attacking the city where there are two space marines, take it back. That's a strategic victory for space marines because Eldar is not attacking somewhere else in that case.
yes. So I would say this is an advance in the middle from Space Marines. I'm not 100% sure,
Yeah,
but I think so.
yeah. To take back the counter.
Yes, yeah.
Agreed.
And yeah, so if I'm Space Marine now, I really want Land Raiders on the map. Because I have the cards, and that's what
Yeah,
we're gonna need to do a
yeah.
comeback here.
Mhm.
And
And that might be done with a dominate in the city system,
yes,
not with a build.
and there's a big problem with how Space Marines ships are positioned now because he went for the setup that he did with the Void. His 2 strike cruisers is stuck doing nothing, which means he can't produce because in this game you're stuck with however many plastic
Mhm.
units there are. So in this case he has 3 plastic units, so he can't build any more strike cruisers. So he basically has to go for a big ship, which he could do if he dominates in the 3 material space and gets a hammer and then build a big ship. But at the same time, that's a big investment to go
I
for the
don't
big.
think he has the money for that.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the time either because,
Yeah,
again, Eldar has outmaneuver. So
yeah.
and he is second player. So it's at the moment a very precarious situation for Space Marines. But I believe in Wappe. He's like I said, a very good player, even playing from a worse position. And like you said, he's I would also agree with the best Space Marine player.
Wappe never use land raiders.
Sorry?
Wappe never use land raiders.
Is that true, Dominus?
No.
So I think we will see an out over here.
Mm.
Oh, do we? I don't know. This was very quick. We have a stack of 4 tokens.
Yes, I think what Wapp is trying to do here is basically make like an idiot stack in his own system.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
trying
just
to
additional
force.
Wappe.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to force Eldar to put all his tokens in there, and then if he manages to edge out on that, he's gonna have all the value because it's
Yeah.
in his home system. So he's denying Eldar from doing stuff on the other side of the map or the other parts of the map, and he's at the same time doing stuff in his side of the map. So getting stronger for the second round or the round
I
after
think
this.
okay. I agree with this. I think Igor should not be focusing completely on kicking the Eldar out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have? We build in Eldar home, move to here, and then another move to take Space Marine home. So okay, this is a knockout punch. Eldar will try to take back the city and rout or kill the 2 Space Marines.
Yeah. This is good
With a
though.
massive attack.
This is good from Wappe. He's trying to deny the air bridge in the middle with his 2
But,
ships.
but there is no air bridge. This was a bluff.
Yeah.
This is a bluff.
But it's not really though. It's a bluff, but
For
like
next turn. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's still he's still able to use it. So
But do you actually attack, considering that you can't attack with 2 ships because then Eldar will start building? And if you attack with
yeah.
1, you might not win because Eldar have. You just you need that mechanics for the big fight with the
Yeah.
Space Marines.
Yes,
I don't
that's
think
true.
I don't think it's actually wise. Okay.
He might do this because he knows his second player next
He
round.
has he has another move here as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this basically, so if this doesn't work now, then it's open Eldar objective as well.
Yeah.
So this is risky for Mbappe, but again, I think it's a calculated risk.
Yeah, and he needs to take some risks, otherwise he's not gonna throw
Yeah.
himself back
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this game.
yeah.
Like I said in the start, I think Igor is a lot. He's a very solid, slowly methodical player, and
Mhm.
Wappe is also methodical, but he's more of a wild card a lot of times, and in a good way, like calculated wild card, which
Mhm.
makes for very exciting games. Obviously, like Igor's Wave Serpent push was also a bit of a wild card, so he's not unfamiliar to those types of moves, but he tends to play more like we saw with the Warp Storm just now. He plays more safe.
Yeah. This was also nice. This was Eldar first turn token was a very good feint because it did pull
Yeah.
Wappe in.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a question of there. Even if you place the order token, move bottom, you can maneuver into the later.
Yep. And now he got a space bridge in his home system from Wappe attacking.
Strategize. It's probably Fire Prism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I would think he would go for that. Once
And
again,
then
if Eldar placed his ships in another way, like you said, towards the 3 planet, he could now cut off Space Marines, which would be very strong. But at the same time, he would only get 1 land unit in.
Also, the Eldar ship survived, so it doesn't need to build a ship. So
yeah, exactly. He got the air bridge.
No, why do you build a ship? Why? Why you do this to me? You don't need a ship. Okay, you do. Yes, because you need 3 ships
he needs
from
it to go for the factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is. I disagree with this, but again, as Dominus said, I am also.
Yeah, we are knocked out. So. This is a bit ship heavy because now he's run out of ships and he can't build a ship down in the Space Marine home system, which is bad in my opinion because of him building this ship. So if he would saved 1 ship, he could next turn build a ship in the Space Marine's home system and threaten Wappe's objective on the 2 material planet, which would be a good threat to have for Eldar, I would say.
So I'm guessing full attack, unless I completely misunderstand something.
Yeah, and then wave Serpent into the 3 material planet if he's able.
He can't wave Serpent. It has to be tier 1.
What did you say? He can't.
He can't move the wave Serpent into the with the card with the wave Serpent. Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, I understand. Wave Serpent, the Wraith Guardian.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
So if he's winning this fight, he would wave Serpent Wraith Guard onto the 3 planet to take out the scout.
Yeah, if the rolls are reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
He also
has 2 reinforcements, so
he needs to win this battle to basically win the game. So this is if there is a question of will I win or will I not, then you don't. Then you don't wave Serpent. You leave the 3 material planet with the Space Marines.
Yeah.
To guarantee victory.
Do you put in 2 reinforcements or 1 or no reinforcements?
I put in 2. I put in, this is a make or break.
Yeah. At least 1, because I'm thinking maybe if he wave Serpents now, he can have a reinforcement in the next battle. You know?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yep.
Yeah. I think I would put just 1 and save the other one for the wave Serpent. Yes, Igor, just 1. Look at him lose now because of my advice.
You're expert telepathy.
Yes. If he plays Wave Serpent, he's gonna counter the guns of Wappe anyways, so it's gonna be good for him. He's gonna open up another avenue of attack. He's gonna be able to build up defense for himself, and then he's gonna be able to go all out attack on the next combat round. So if he has Wave Serpent now, he will move the Wraith.
Yeah. He got lots as well. Yeah. If he kills both Space Marines, then it's harsh for Wappe.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
So spend morale die, more guns.
So he has to route, or
Mm-hmm.
he has hold the line, I would say.
He has hold the line. Oh, no. Okay. Ooh, that is an interesting 4 damage.
He doesn't want him to use the Wave Serpent next common
Yeah,
round.
yeah, yeah.
That's what he's doing.
So 1 and 3 on the Wraith Guard.
Yeah, I would say 3 on the Wraith Guard, and then be able to bring the Falcon for the Wave Serpent move on the...
You can't build. You can't bring a Falcon.
Oh, yeah,
The
that's
same.
true.
Has to be a tier 0,
Yeah.
tier 1 unit. So yes, he now neutralized the basically neutralized uh, the
Wave
movement tech,
Serpent move, yeah.
because it would be aspect warrior versus scout, which you might not win. On the other hand, this is rough. I don't like. I mean, losing both Space Marines and
Yeah.
losing your factory.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're losing the city to Space Marines, and you're gonna lose the factory.
Okay. On the other hand, looking at the map, yes. So if he had retreated fine, he would have retreated the Space Marines into the factory, but then he would have to retreat again, and there are only 1 planets nearby where he would retreat. So
Yeah.
he would lose them, any one of them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wappe has
And
the
it may,
ability to produce 2 shield tokens,
yeah,
but
if he remembers.
yeah, I don't think it will help him here, but maybe if he's
Mm-hmm.
able to squeeze out something. Because he is doing damage to Eldar, so...
Yeah, this
So I
is
think Eldar should play Wave Serpent just for the shields, you know?
yeah,
Because
just
Wappe
to keep
doesn't have morale, so he can't deny him the shields.
agreed. And yeah, you want, if Space Marines have double move at home, then you want the Wave Serpents just to stop the Space Marines from going in and bombarding you and then moving in.
Yes, and there we go, Wave Serpent.
Yeah.
Not 4.
Do you go for the 1 move? I would go for the aspect one. No, Igor is not taking the which is not necessary.
Now, do you kill off 2 Aspect Warriors or the Falcon?
I would kill off aspect warriors.
I would also kill off Aspect Warriors, yes.
Because otherwise, if there is a double move, the bombard
Yeah.
would be enough to take back
Yeah.
your factory, and then it's not as if you're wasted turn, but you haven't gained. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Oh yeah, no, you can't do a bombard and a move, because of course there will be a ship.
He will have ships there, yeah, exactly.
I'm stupid. That is true.
I think I still would have liked a Falcon to stand there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now you bring as many ships as you can, yes. And you have 1 reinforcement also. He has 2 scouts. I mean, a Falcon plus a reinforcement instead of 2 scouts and a reinforcement. I don't know which I would favor.
The Falcon is better because of the.
Yeah, because of the card and everything.
So this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the game. If Space Marines lose here, they will end up. And
Good roll.
so that's that. Therefore, let us all root for Space Marines.
Space Marines, yes. And I hope Wappe remembers his Adeptus Mechanicus card.
So yes, if you have, I promised tips and tricks. We have not given you any, except that, don't fuck up. One pick, if you have a strategized card which is usable in combat, like this one, then every time you go to combat, put it next to your play area, so you actually remember to use it when it's necessary. Games, including tournament games, have been lost because people forget to use their strategized cards, tactic cards at the correct time.
I will say I don't like to do that because I remind the opponent of that I have the card. But yeah, it's more horrible to not remember it and not using it, I would say. So yeah, it's a good tip.
Alternative tip is have a sticky note in the middle of your screen
Yes.
saying, look at your tactic card.
Like the old shooter games when people put like a little sticker in the middle with a crosshair that they just draw
Yeah,
on the sticker.
yeah.
I would say this fight favors the Eldar, obviously. We'll see.
Unfortunately so.
He's, yeah, all out guns and
Which doesn't really help him. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. So yeah,
and he loses both his scouts. And I think that would be GG.
that's probably game. Yeah.
Oh, he can use the shields. Oh, he remembers. Use the shields. Yes, he used the shields to block 2 damage.
Nice.
Good, good, good. I was afraid he would not remember. So, because people maybe didn't see it, he used his event card to create 2 temporary shields that blocked 2 of the 4 damage. That's why only 1 scout died. He's going for mutual destruction, or now he went
GG.
GG. Yeah,
GG.
because he can't win this.
Game has been called.
Yeah. So what did I say? Round 4 or 5? And we are in round 4. Yeah.
Game was won by Eldar Trickery.
Yes.
Nothing bonus. No traditional battles with millions of dead. Just smart outmaneuvering.
Yeah, and that was what they were discussing there in the end. Igor was showing the city card and then the outmaneuver, and how powerful those 2 cards. They came at the right time.